was about a week ago, Pope Francis, definitely one of the more progressive popes, it seems, at least of my lifetime, has came out and is in favor of UBI, Universal Basic Income, during these unprecedented economic turmoil the world is experiencing due to the coronavirus pandemic. Kudos to him. Obviously, it makes sense. And he was pointing out, how a lot of people in the informal economy aren't able to work right now. A lot of people in the caring and helping professions have seen their wages or income drop dramatically, if not being lost completely. And, UBI would obviously help people be able to fucking survive in this fucking insane world we live in, be able to put food on the table, pay their bills, car notes, debts, whatever it may be. UBI, if we can't get a fucking UBI right now, it's probably never going to happen. And obviously, it shouldn't be a UBI in the vein of what Andrew Yang was proposing when he was running for president, because he basically wanted to completely destroy the social safety net in the United States and replace it with the UBI, which be a huge, giveaway and wealth transfer, while totally gutting the social safety net, getting, obviously UBI needs to be in addition to things like universal health care, tuition-free college, just a strong social safety net in general, expanding, Social Security, that type of thing. It shouldn't be getting rid of the welfare state, shouldn't be getting rid of food benefits, shouldn't be getting rid of WIC, programs like that are also super helpful, should be obviously in addition to those things. Because, for example, if you say, well, let's get UBI, we don't need to worry about Medicare for all, which is actually an argument that Dave Chappelle was making by endorsing Angie Yang. It was like, well, yeah, healthcare is good, healthcare is important, but what people really want is $1,000 each month. It's like, no, Dave Chappelle, that might be easy for you to say with your millions of dollars and your countless Netflix specials. You're well off. You're never gonna have to worry about how you're gonna pay your medical bills or your medical bills for your children if you have them. I don't know if Dave Chappelle has kids. Maybe not. Let me know in the comments if he does. But anyways, so it's like, no, we need UBI and Medicare for all. $1,000 if you have to stay in the hospital for any amount of time ain't gonna add up to shit. There, Dave Chappelle, we need a Medicare for all single payer system. So, you don't stay in the hospital one night and you come out the next day and you have $30,000 medical bill. How's your UPI of $1,000 a month going to help with that? That's obviously a totally ridiculous claim. That's why obviously UBI needs to be in addition, on top of a strong, robust social safety net with universal health care, tuition-free college, a robust food assistance program, things like, WIC, very strong unemployment insurance, expanded Social Security benefits, things like that. It shouldn't be getting rid of those things and then putting UBI in its place, which is a lot of conservative economists' wet dream would be that exact opposite of the scenario I just described, just completely destroying the social safety net, and then here's your $1,000 a month. Good luck going to try to get health care and pay for daycare and etc. on that $1,000. You ain't gonna get very far. So kudos to Pope Francis for signaling that he supports UBI. I'm in total support of it as well, especially at the very least, at least implement it for the duration of this economic crisis that we're experiencing here in the United States. excuse me, and abroad, because people are really struggling and suffering right now, and just giving people, $2,000 a month in the U.S. at least for the duration of this crisis, however long it lasts, is definitely the right thing to do, especially when we're telling at least the, smart governors and public health officials are telling people stay home, social distance, self-isolate, shelter in place, all of those things. Okay, then you need to be advocating to put money in those people's pockets so they're able to stay home, so they're able to put food on the table, so they're able to pay their rent, utilities, whatnot. But I mean, obviously we need a rent and mortgage freeze in addition to that, but that's another story. So if the government is telling people to shelter in place, not go out unless you absolutely have to, unless you are part of one of those essential industries, then yes, they need to be putting UBI. They need to be giving people money so they're able to stay home. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever to take away people's incomes and then not have the government replace it. I mean, at least at a bare minimum, $2,000 a month makes complete sense. If you take away people's ability to make money and you're telling them to stay home because of public health, protecting public health, stopping the spread of this, trying to flatten the curve, as they say, then the government needs to be out there putting money in people's pockets beyond the fucking stupid $1,200 means-tested stimulus check. That's a one-time payment. It's just crumbs. Obviously needs to be a lot more than that. That's why at least a emergency UBI at the very minimum makes complete sense during this complete economic crash that we're experiencing here in the United States and abroad as well. So kudos to Pope Francis. If you are a Catholic, I highly recommend you to adopt his stance on UBI and talk with your friends, talk to your family members, talk with your congregation over Zoom, over phone. Pressure your elected officials to adopt that stance as well. Peace. Much love.